CHR. Now, CHR, we played a lot of matches against each other. And he has Tevez. So, this card for him, I think he's averaging like 3.5 goals a game. So, we're going to see how well he can do with this card, because it seems like he can't stop scoring with them. And normally, when we play our matches, they're always high-paced when we play against each other. The last time we played, we were both playing 4-4-2, and it was actually the lowest scoring game we've ever had together. Normally, we have games 5-4, 6-5. He knows how to get me to get off my game, and so he does that by playing extremely high tempo soccer. As soon as he gets the ball, he goes straight up the pitch immediately, and that is my weakness. It's when the opponent plays extremely high-paced soccer and keeps me on the edge, and then I just for some reason want to keep that same pace. And that's not how I normally play. I normally play a slower tempo, more possession based.
And he's moved in trying to jostle the opponent off his stride. Now Fernandinho. An opportunity here. There's some space to work the ball into.
He goes to ground there, and that was a mistake. And he lets Henderson take a wide open shot, but I just blow that thing over the net. Crazy. So again, don't go to ground. Just kind of stay up, defending using ZL.
Good interception.
And my team of the season Sun sold today. So I was expecting him to come back, but he did not. He actually sold, which means I am now going to have to use Rashford, which is fine. I shouldn't be complaining. I do kind of miss Son's 5-star weak foot. I make a bad pass there, right to Agbana. Can't let him take the sideline. I'd rather him go up the middle. I go to tackle there. He's going to get a shot off. No, he does not. And when I go to pass, I kind of get a little tripped up, and pass doesn't go where I want it to go. So now we got to play defense along the sideline. Don't let him cross it. And, another free kick, or another foul awarded. He's got Tevez, the unstoppable scorer, but there he takes a super hard kick, and ball goes out of bounds again. Player loses his balance and kind of knocks it out. So I'm having a difficult time getting it out of my final third. So I'm going to his final third now. I'm just going to shield with Richarlison's big body. Lose the ball. Now he has it again. Tevez is, you can't even push him down there. Agbana is crushing up his shoulder, and Tevez is still able to take the shot. He takes it with his weak foot there. He intercepts that ball. It would have been a good long ball, but gets intercepted.
Now Richarlison. It's good work between these two. Rashford.
Yeah, I get the ball with Rashford, but gets it in stride and kind of loses possession. Bad pass there. Again, my players kind of keep losing their balance. It's the fourth time this match. They kind of stumble, and then they don't pass it.
Richarlison. Not sure how long the shot
I go
was
for a long
lasting
shot
there from
there
that range.
because
Easy
I
for the
was
keeper.
open, but
Yeah, over ambitious that
he's
because
got a very
his
tall keeper
teammates
who
in
is
support.
gonna stop those
Throw in to
shots.
come.
Bad pass there leads to a throw-in.
Here's Andrew Roberts. Now Richarlison.
I get tripped there, and no foul. So I have Agbana. He usually doesn't get called for fouls. We actually always laugh about it that his card is OP like that, where I kind of trip people as well, and I don't get called for it. So I get a taste of my own medicine there.
Trying to make the most of that turnover in play.
And this is just sloppy defending by Ming. And I need to play some better possession here, play my game a little bit better.
Anderson. Great passage of passing play there. Richarlison! Oh, well saved.
Makes a good save. I go for the rebound. Don't get it.
Greenwood. Adama Traore. Wants to have a go. That's a good stop.
And Greenwood goes for a long shot there. Thought it was going to go higher into the corner, but it does not.
And with the ball, Butragenia.
He's able to get that sideline.
And they're passing so well out there. Adama Traore. Anderson. Does love having the ball, this fella.
I'm going to try to get it to Greenwood. And I do get it to Greenwood, but low angle shot, so it's going to be very difficult to score there, but I do find him open for a split second, take the shot. But at a tough angle like that, it's not going to go in. Get it to Fernandinho.
Now Fernandinho.
Get over to Richarlison. Turn it in. And shoot it. And I get blocked, but I'm up to get the ball. No. As he gets up, it bumps off his bum. And the ball takes an unintended bounce.
And Tevez. There's some potential in this move.
No one is guarding, and this is going to go in. No, it does not go in. It couldn't. I don't know what was going on there. I couldn't get to his player. Greenwood is able to gain some space here. And as I go to pass it, I get jostled around a little bit, lose possession. It's only negative about having like the tall players is when they lose their balance, they can't really maintain it, and then they don't make that pass. So there's always a pro and a con with the height of the player.
2 more minutes to play, that of added time.
And that's an outside foot shot from Greenwood. Finesse shot. Super good save by the goalkeeper. And Rashford tries to get that header there and does not. Ref blows the whistle. We are going into halftime.
And we haven't yet got a goal to bring to
It's
you.
0-0.
0-0 at half-time. We've got a few players in this
Take a look
who picked up that old nickname Jigsaw because they've gone to
at
places
the
in the
stats.
box. They haven't taken those chances that have been well made for them.
Yeah, to say they've lost the cool would be putting it mildly.
So we got a lot of shots on target. 6 shots on target, 7 total shots. 3 of them outside the box, 3 inside the box. 88% pass, so that's really good. He has 4 shots but not on target, so we're getting good possession. We're getting good scoring chances. We just have to keep doing what we're doing, and it will lead to a goal.
Substitution time.
So I'm going to switch out Fernandinho. I actually got to call a quick pause. All right, now we're back to playing.
Whistle from the referee, and we're off and running again for the second half. Axel Witsel. Greenwood.
I'm able to take advantage of the space, and he makes just one kind of a very aggressive defensive play with Agbana, misses the tackle. And as he pushes forward with that center back, it leaves his other center back all alone to defend. I kind of get that step ahead of the center back, and I'm able to just take a regular shot as a corner. Both my strikers have 5-star weak foot, so I don't really have to worry about getting it on the proper foot. So that makes scoring easier. It kind of just takes out which foot the ball is on, takes it out of the equation. Ooh, I didn't want to pass that way. I got lucky though. I didn't get punished for it. He goes to ground again, so I always tell him to stop going to ground, but that's the way he plays. Plays slightly aggressive, but he doesn't foul me. He just tries to make those tackles.
Greenwood. Wan-Bissaka. Axel Witsel. Shots on here. Oh, he's hit it.
And Rashford, I go to take a low driven there. I was too late with hitting L and R, so the ball ended up going way over the net.
Now he's lost the ball.
So that's one of the advantages of a tall striker. They take those, take out some of the bigger players and kind of just push them onto the floor.
A player's a bit unhappy about this.
Player's offside, but I took the ball anyway.
It was called offside.
Well, who'd be a linesman, but
Get a quick
this
start.
linesman, he's one of the best, and he gets it right here.
Wan-Bissaka. Axel Witsel. Oh, he could be in.
I tried to do a through ball to Rashford, and then another one, just a gentle one to Richarlison, and it's just too hard, and give up possession. I should have scored there. I should have played better. He's gonna make a sub here, which means I can make a sub now. I don't know who I want to sub. Maybe Adama for Nani. So he is subbing out. He's subbing in Tot Suarez. I didn't get to see the other two. I don't know why it went so quickly. So he's got Tot Suarez in there, Tots Rashford, and maybe Tots Adama or a headliner. I forgot which one he has. He has one of his good cards.
He can lay it off to the supporting player. Nani.
Mason, go on the run, Mason. So Greenwood there, he instead of running towards the net, he kind of runs toward the sideline. I can feel that his center backs are playing more aggressively, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of that with some through balls right down the middle.
That's an easy interception because the pass wasn't really a very thoughtful one.
Nani does a little acrobatic right there to keep it in bounds. Don't know how he did that.
Again, possession squandered, really. Promising forward play from them again. Good passing here.
And gets a great attempt right there. Good turn to a wide open player. He just has to hold down the shoot button for longer, and that would have been a goal.
Wan-Bissaka. Adama Traore.
Witsel is not able to hold the pass. That's okay.
Jordan Henderson. Nani. Henderson.
And I'm able to get past Agbana. because Charleston's a big guy. Try to bury it bottom corner, and the keeper makes a good save.
Axel Witsel. Giving the ball away now.
Good play there. He got the ball away from Witzel.
Robertson.
Rashford's kind of sitting there, so I told him to go on a run.
Axel
Now I don't
Witsel.
know where Rashford is. Oh, he's over there. Okay.
Now Marcus Rashford. Great tackling
And I
technique
dribble right into
to
him.
win the ball cleanly.
Nani's got the ball.
Nani.
He goes for the slide tackle. Get it into Witzel. Turn it with Witzel. Shoot it with Witzel.
He's kept it out.
And for some reason, Richarlison was the player selected for me instead of Mason Greenwood. So I thought I was going to pick up that rebound for a goal. I did not. His keeper is making quite good saves today.
Well, it's been a feature of the player. They've been a composed, experienced team that hasn't given much away at all this year. This isn't the time to start.
That's neatly done. The shot's on. How's it
And
reached
Mason
that?
Greenwood takes a really strong shot after turning. Right at the keeper, though. A little bit off away from the keeper, but still pretty close to the keeper. Tries to cut in against Gomez. Gomez, the defender, so it's kind of not going to happen.
Has a go here.
And I take another really hard, just straightforward shot. And his keeper is making some plays. Oh, good play there by his last defender.
Now they've got the ball. Can they attack here? Good tackle.
Ooh, he got lucky there. So he takes the slide tackle, super aggressive. And if that doesn't work, it's going to lead to a good free kick for me. But it does work. He takes the ball away.
Nani. Jordan Henderson. Henderson. Into the tackle.
I go to try to lob it across the pitch there. Too slow with that.
Which is what we're going to get for added time.
Tries to cut around.
Really strong and clean tackle.
I shouldn't have. I did the through ball there, and instead of going towards the net, I kind of went towards the sideline to get around the center back, but I made a mistake. And we finished the game 1-0. With that goal right there just being the difference maker. So looking at the final stats, we just have a lot of shots on target. So 6 or 7 in the box, 5 outside the box. Better possession, 86% pass accuracy. Leads to a 1-0 win. So a very close match. And I think I'm going to invite CHR now. He said that some of his passes weren't going where they wanted to go. So again, when I'm from America and I'm playing a lot of people from Europe, our connections are not always the best. It may seem like the connection is green, but I've noticed this with playing Ginger. That when I'm playing a lot of people who live far away, the connection looks good, but sometimes it feels like you got concrete in your boots, or your passing doesn't go where it wants to go. So I'm gonna invite him. I've noticed this with Ginger as well. Like sometimes I didn't mean to do that. I meant to give him contracts, but whatever. I've noticed that when you're playing against someone from far away, the game can feel different than normal, and it's not like scripting is involved, not that type of thing. It's more of every time you press a button, it kind of seems like a half a second delayed, or your pass isn't going the direction you pointed it to. So we're gonna send him an invite And we've noticed too that like if you're the one who sends the invite, normally you have the worst connection, which you would think would be the opposite. So I'm gonna send him an invite. And he just reminded me that Kratis got a 9.6 player rating. He says that there was scripting with his keeper, and I don't think there was scripting with his keeper. Keeper played a very good game. He's a very good keeper in real life and in the game. We'll take the red kit. When I play friendlies, I don't really believe that scripting really exists that much. It's more so when I'm playing like online division against a completely random person, and things will be weird. Like I'll play an opponent and we'll play 15 times randomly against each other, and it'll be like the matches will be like 2-0, 2-1, 1-2, 1-1, and in one game it'll be like 7-0 I win, and in the next game it'll be 7-0 he wins, and like every shot you take just goes in. Every pass you want to make just goes to the perfect person. And every time they shoot, your goalie makes a crazy save or hits the post. But it's definitely not like the Frostbite engine. That I have this game on the PC, which is Frostbite. I have a very powerful PC, and I can confirm that the game does feel the difference between the two.
Jordan Henderson. Now Richarlison. Henderson.
And that all started with Mason Greenwood's flare trait. So Mason Greenwood has a flare trait, bounces off his back heel, and he kind of flicks it over his head. Then I pass it off to Rashford, and Rashford just likes the easy shot and the box, and I finish it around the keeper. So like I said before, future star Mason Greenwood has so many traits. My main ones are outside foot shot and finesse, but flair is great as well, as you saw there. Instead of it kind of that bouncing ball, instead of it just going back to his feet and it being kind of stagnant, he actually takes it in stride. And there, I play a little tic-tac-toe with both my strikers, and Greenwood buries it into the bottom left corner. He does have 99 shooting in almost all of his stats. It's my chemistry style. And stays on the ground and goes into the corner, so usually that's very difficult for the stop.
Restarting at 2-0.
Try to do a little fake shot there to get cheeky, and it backfires, but I get the ball back.
Wan-Bissaka. Jordan Henderson. And shoots. Got it beyond the keeper, but just beyond the
And take that shot there, test my luck. So this game actually feels kind of scripted in my favor. Like literally every play is in my favor right now. Every player is open. His team feels sluggish and slow. So I will, in halftime, I'll send him a message asking him what's going on. Does he feel that the game feels off? But this game just kind of feel like every time I make a bad mistake, the ball just comes right back to my feet.
Keeping the move going. Able to
Except for that time.
By that interception.
So I'm curious to see how the rest of this game plays out from here, but right now it feels like every time I make a bad pass, the ball just gets dropped right back into my feet.
Henderson. And that will be a corner.
So maybe friendly scripting does exist. And again, what level of scripting does exist, or if it does exist, I have no idea. I'm not able to prove anything. It's all theory.
And now Butchagenia.
I don't want him taking the outside, so I'm going to just force him either out of bounds. I can't.
Opportunity to cross it
I
now.
tried to force him just out of bounds,
What a good way to
and
score.
he keeps possession of that ball. I hope he doesn't fast forward. He doesn't. Okay, good. I
No
want to see this
goalkeeper in
ball.
the world would have kept that out.
Buchanego has 5-star weak foot and finesse shot trait, and that thing just goes top bin
Start the game
all the way around my keeper.
2-1.
Ball kind of bounces around Greenwood's feet there. That is the one con I've noticed with Mason Greenwood. You do a hard ground pass to him, and the ball will often,
Now Richarlison.
um, instead of him kind of softly taking it into his foot, it'll just bounce hard off of it.
Seedorf.
When I'm receiving the pass, I am holding ZL, and that's supposed to cushion the ball when you receive it. So he goes to ground there again, a mistake. And Greenwood, before taking the shot, puts it onto his strong foot, and I take the
He
long
has
shot
hit that like a rocket.
Didn't he
with the
just? And a
left,
long way out.
and it
The
kind of just
keeper had
goes
absolutely no
to the
chance.
side of the net.
It was a strike of real power, and he got his reward for it.
So again, that goal
Scoreline,
only happens because he
restart
goes
the
to
game.
ground with a slide tackle with Agbana. If he does not slide tackle, he'll have his center
Saw
back
that pass
brushing
coming
up
in midfield,
against
made the
my
intervention,
striker,
and
not
now
allowing me to take a
maybe he can
open
push the team
shot.
forward with his work on the ball.
And that's really the most important thing. In this game, you can't stop the opponent from taking shots. What you can do is stop him from taking the easy shots.
Free kick given by the ref.
Ref calls a foul there. I don't really see a foul, but I'll take it.
Henderson.
And again, I'm not really sprinting, so for a lot of
Aaron
people out there,
Bissaka.
we're just making little tic-tac-toe passes. No sprinting.
Greenwood. Tries the shot here. Missed it.
And I try another long shot, this time with Richarlison, and I miss it to the left. Here's Agbana. So again, I foul him right there. Agbana doesn't even touch the ball.
It's a real tussle between the two of them.
I mean, Agbana is just like a cheat code card. So I foul him there, and they don't call it because Agbana never gets fouls called against him for the most part.
That's a good ball. Switch the play with it. Wan-Bissaka. Henderson.
Again, nothing fancy, just simple tic-tac-toe passing. He fouls me there from behind. This is my first time using Rashford for free kicks, so let's see what happens.
He's got great confidence,
Oof.
as we've just seen from
This guy drills the ball hard, but he doesn't have much of a curve. But he seems like he's going to be fun to take free kicks with. I lost Del Piero, which means I don't have a free kick taker anymore. So I now need to learn a new free kick taker. They all take kicks a little differently.
Really trying to use the full width of the pitch
Rashford has the power free kick trait, whereas Del Piero had the free kick specialist trait. And Del Piero kind of just felt like a cheat code with his free kicks. They kind of always felt like they could go in. And Richarlison's unmarked there and just a little too hard. So I lob it in. Just goes over the net. And Agbana just gets up there and wins that header. Through pass to the man who should be on a break. And he falls on a banana peel. So Richarlison, sorry that you fell on a banana peel.
Now they can switch the play here.
There is just a bad pass by him. I don't think he aimed to go that way. And I have switched my tactics. So since Rashford has joined my team and Son has left the team, I noticed that Fernandinho and Henderson became strikers for some reason,
referee blows
pushing up the
before
pitch, becoming a
half-time.
striker.
The teams go in
So
at
I switched this, and
3-1.
now both my left midfielder and right
Touchline again,
midfielder
you're
are get
suggesting a
in
scenario
behind and stay
at
wide.
half-time like the one
This
we've
will
got. They'd be
force them to
delighted
go
if they
higher
got
up
I
the
think so. I
pitch,
mean,
and
the
it
way
forces
they
both
pass
my
the
center
ball about,
midfielders to
use the
stay back
fullness
on
of the
attack.
pitch, it's been difficult for the opposition.
And Buchenego with a great goal right there. So better possession, 90% pass accuracy. So you're seeing like a theme. If I can get my pass accuracy high and my possession high, usually leads to good outcomes. But yeah, like I said, it was super weird. I put Mason Greenwood on a team, swapping out Del Piero. They both have medium attacking and defensive work rates. So that didn't change anything. Both players kind of did the same actions that they normally would. They make similar runs as the way they normally would. But when I put Rashford in, Rashford is high attack defense,
So we're
and
all
Son is
set for the
high
second half.
attack defense. And for some odd reason, Rashford just didn't go up the pitch, and Henderson and Fernandinho did go up the pitch.
That's
And
being
they're
picked
not
up.
strikers, so I don't want them to go up the pitch.
Greenwood.
Oh, I trip him there trying to
That will be
pass
a
the
free
ball,
kick.
and he gets foul called on me.
Very good intercepting play
He
there
goes for the
to
quick round
get the
pass,
positional situation right and win the ball without too much effort.
and so
Goes
this game he's not really controlling his possession. Um,
Henderson.
he's kind of rushing everything, which normally works for him. But the problem is when it doesn't work, it goes downhill fast, and again he goes to the ground, which allows my player to just keep running,
And now the shot.
take an
And
open
the ball's
shot,
in. It's a goal.
and then just hit it top corner. So we're seeing another common theme going slide tackle
Well,
right
here's the
before
man of
the
the
opponent
moment.
gets to the
Yet
box. I
another
have all the
handful.
room in the
You
world
can
to
do
shoot.
no wrong. Some matches everything goes wrong, but not today.
And Greenwood again, he's
1-1
just
is
got
the scoreline.
strong shot power. It feels like every time the ball leaves his foot, it leaves it like such a fast velocity. And there's Agbana again with
Marcus
insane
Rashford.
defending. If you haven't done his SBC, I highly suggest it if you can fit him,
Nani.
because he's just such a good
Nani
card.
away with the ball. And it's going to be a throw here.
I go to ground and knock the ball out of bounds. So now he's got to throw it in.
And now Butchagenio. That's good support
Ball
from
bounces
his
off his
teammates.
foot. That's unfortunate, as
Gets
it
a chance
shouldn't
to
have
move
bounced
forward
off his foot.
from
It was a simple
midfield
pass to
after
him.
that interception.
Right there, Henderson makes a good
Possession
defensive play.
squandered, really. This could be it. Kept out by Thibaut
And
Courtois.
I wanted to chip it there, but Mason doesn't get there in time to get the chip ability. And again, I'm not going to ground here. See, so I don't go to ground. At least it forces him, when I don't go to ground, to make that difficult attempt at net. So he does kind of get through my defender, but not enough to get the easy attempt. So I make it difficult for him.
Adama Traore. Now Fernandinho. Now Richarlison. This could be a chance. And shoots. Very
And
close.
Henderson gets wide open. Oh. I go for the finesse shot, light shot to just, I thought it was going to be a tap in, and it's not. See, here he's got to stop the play because there's no one to help him, in my opinion. You can't just run up the pitch with one single player. You can't sprint up the pitch either, because when you sprint, the other players on your team who play offense, they don't have enough time to get up there. Takes a blast there with Tevez. And just seeing how fast that ball leaves the foot. Is that Tevez Suarez? I don't know who took. Oh, it was Tevez. I mean, that ball just leaves with velocity. There's a good thing there by getting the ball off of Agbana's foot and getting it to someone who's better at offense. I try to stop the possession there and just bring it back towards my keeper. Takes it away. And end up knocking the ball out of bounds. Throw in for him.
right, isn't he, this goalkeeper?
Well, it's very good positional play, and he's read the
I predict that he's going to go to the wing.
interception. Henderson.
They've lost the ball.
And Henderson gets bossed around by Petit. Petit is a big frame and a very good defender.
And now Butchikenya. Rashford.
So there, Buchigwenya gets knocked off the ball. Buchinegwa or Buchigwenya, I don't even know what his name is. I forget.
Play between the two.
Here's Richarlison. Takes the shot on.
And another tic-tac-toe, no sprinting. Pass, through ball, and then when you're running towards net like that, the ball is going to leave the foot at full force. There's nobody in front of you to block the shot, so you feel free to just take that shot. So Mason Greenwood is really doing well for me. After this match, I'll show you his stats so far in the games that I've played with him. Right there, I get lucky. I go to ground, try to block his shot. He doesn't get the shot off in time.
Lothar Matthäus. Fernandinho.
And again, just the way I play, I don't sprint. I just walk with the ball. Look, as you're walking, now look how many people I have to pass the ball to. Obviously, I make a mistake there with my pass, but I have two open players. It gets difficult to commentate also at the same time as playing. So that's maybe one reason why I make some mistakes sometimes. But that'll come as I play more and stream more. I try to get the through ball there to Rashford, who was on the sideline. Cuts in, let's see if he goes back to the sideline. He doesn't. Wan-Bissaka's there. Fielding with Greenwood, big body. Fake shot it, turn it. And ball bounces around. I go for the volley. Richarlison is offside. Yeah, he's completely offside. But after receiving the pass, he makes a good play to get around the defender to get that open shot. But he is offside, so it doesn't matter.
Now Tevez.
And again, Agbana just cheat code of a defender.
Here's Eusebio.
Eusebio goes for the long shot there. He takes a bottom corner, so it's a good shot.
And it's a header. That's not a good corner.
Strong header.
Well, it's a chance, isn't it?
Gets his head completely on the ball, but just kind of goes wild.
Well, let's have another glance at that save.
Oh, that is wonderful stuff.
As for someone asked me about how I pass the ball on kickoff like this, from a goal kick. I don't use my radar. I just look and see who's open or not, and that's how I determine if I'm going to lob it or do a ground pass.
The defending, well, it was woeful.
Needed to be brave, and he was.
Rashford takes a strong shot there, but there is two defenders in front of him, so that does mean there's a good chance he's going to get blocked.
And now the shot. Struck the post here.
Right there, doesn't get blocked.
Great stop. He can't miss.
And Rashford finally does get the goal. So I initially start that attack with a shot that hits off the post, bounces around. Mason Greenwood takes another good shot, bounces around, and then Rashford, tall player, it's Todd's card as well, so he's gonna jump up. I'm gonna take a long shot here, and I hit the post. So I just running full force, go for the shot, hit the post. This match feels kind of like everything is in my favor. Like there is some scripting in favor of me. I mean, I am making some good plays, but it feels like every time I lost the ball, I kind of got away. So we end that one. Greenwood gets the quattro, and Rashford gets two. And Greenwood finishes with a 9.8 man of the match. And again, just take a lot of shots. In terms of going on net, 5 go on net in the box. The other 4 from out of the box. But good possession and good pass accuracy. 80% leads to a good game. So I asked CHR's opinion on if he felt that match felt strange to him. He actually said it did not. It felt normal. He said the previous match felt stranger. It felt more difficult for him. I guess the difference maker was Courtois not making a million very good saves. But either way, very good games. 2 good games against CHR. Second game got a little out of hand. With Tevez, he showed me Tevez his stats, and he's scoring goals like crazy. So I'll show you Mason Greenwood's stats so far. And as you know, he is capped at 10,000 because he's a future star. He has 7 games, and he has 11 goals for me, with 4 assists. So I played 7 matches with him, 11 goals, 4 assists. So that's 15, positive things he's done in 7 games. So he does pretty much 2 positive things per match. And then Richarlison, who's been the godsend, this guy is like on another level. He has 105 games played and 131 goals with 42 assists. So he's at roughly 173 positive things out of 105 games. So he's at like 1.7 positive things occurring per game. And unfortunately, CHR messaged me saying he didn't get to showcase his talents. Kind of was able to play defense on him. Rashford, he's on my squad now. And I am on the lookout for a Jadon Sancho. This is the guy I want, and I am on the lookout for him because I have an English fullback, English center midi, English striker, so he'll fit right there. And while Adama is big body, super strong, he's very one-dimensional. Pretty good dribbler, and good stamina, big body. Can't really, dribble around with his feet and shoot with his left foot or shoot with his right foot. He's got a 2-star weak foot. But for the price you pay for the card, he's really good. He's got 100 games played, 44 goals, and 20 assists. Again, the way I play with my midfielders is they don't really play much offense. They're more for like bringing the ball up on the sideline, making a pass to a center midfielder, or making a pass to a striker before I make that final attempt at net. So they really mainly serve as an assist person. Rashford, 7 matches so far, and 4 goals, no assists. But he does seem to have a big impact. I put Robertson up for sale, nobody wanted him, so he comes back to the club. And he'll be put back at left back. So I'm going to try to trade 1 or 2 more of my players and go for Jadon Sancho. But I'm not going to pay $3 million for that player. It's a little crazy. But thank you for watching these 2 friendly matchups against CHR. Always good matchups against them. Hopefully you learned something watching the 4-4-2 formation.